What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Kind of just ran down through like a morning routine of what my mornings look like for check-ins and everything. I only check in on Fridays, so it's not really like an everyday thing, but today was my check-in day or whatever. But I'm gonna be running y'all through kind of a little full day of eating and what I'm eating right now. My bulk, I'm doing it pretty clean. I don't really want to put on like too much extra fat or anything. So whenever I do want to prep for a show or whatever, it's not super hard to get all the fat off, because my last prep, or my first prep, whatever, was pretty extensive because the bulk that I did myself was pretty dirty. And then when I got with my coach, I was just like 2 hours Stairmaster, you know, fish and asparagus only for like 2 weeks. So don't really want to do that again. So my bulk right now is pretty clean. I put the macros for every meal up on the screen wherever. We may actually get our food changed today since we had our check-ins or whatever, but probably not, because I weighed in at like 170.9, so about a pound up from last week, so pretty steady pace. But yeah, so for this first meal is 3 whole eggs, 150 grams of egg whites, 200 grams of jasmine rice. I got 100 grams of blueberries, and then I've got all of my daily supplements, daily supplements, and then the subs I take with every meal are also in there. But I'll throw all those up on the screen right now, as well as the macros for the meal. Eggs and rice is probably like eggs and rice is probably my favorite like combination of foods, to be completely honest. For some reason, eggs and rice has always been good to me. Like whenever I did my first bulk, like by myself, all I ate was like whole eggs in the little like jasmine cups of rice. I would get like 3 of those, smack them on a plate, 6 eggs, smack it on top. That's all I would eat. But yeah, this is definitely like my most consistently good and favorite meal of the day. Actually, I forgot I have to go get groceries as well for meal prepping for the next few days. So I'm gonna take y'all through that, kind of show y'all what I get, which is the same things every week, but just kind of show y'all what I get at the store, some of the things as well. So take y'all along for that as well. Something I really want to implement into like the videos, like the long form videos I'm gonna put out, is just like authentic, uncut, just like raw talks. Kind of like Sam Sulik style, I guess, kind of like car talks, whatever. But not just about like lifting, just about like life, kind of insights that I've like taken into myself or like principles that I apply to my life, or just like ways of thinking that I do. And today I kind of wanted to hit on, kind of like the uncut, raw clip thing, is being authentic. I feel like that's a random text, but anyways, being authentic, I feel like is something that social media, politics, every aspect of life kind of lacks right now. And it's like people just don't be themselves in like any aspect. And like an example I'm going to use, like I'm not trying to dig on anyone, but like you see every person on like the gym side of Instagram, I can be a coach, DM me to change your life. I feel like the people that do that just themselves don't have a lot of direct, and I feel the same way. I feel exactly the same way right now. Like I'm always stressed out about like direction of life and like what I'm doing. Is it right? Is it wrong? Well, I feel like this is kind of a common stressor for everybody. But it's like everyone just tries to copy and paste everyone around them. If they're doing like, I feel like that is not like your purpose as a person. And I feel like you should like I always say, like, no one wants to read the same book twice. No one wants to see the same the same hook, the same punchline, the same I promise you this, I'm gonna get you this on Instagram, or the put on the fake face. Like, I feel like there's just not a lot of authenticity in anything anymore, and it's like, I don't know, it's just really I feel like we're in a really weird time. I mean, I don't really talk politics, but that's a terrible thing right now. And just like, I don't know, being authentic is something that everyone should be, because like, you were given your own life, and you were given like your own like story to write. Like, why would you want to write your story based on someone else's story? Like, why would you like write your book based off that book? Like, write your own book, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I do want to do these like little car talks, truck talks every video, whether it be like pre-workout, post-workout, pre-Walmart, whatever. So leave some like suggestions of what you want me to talk about in the comments, and I'll kind of hit on it. So yeah, let's get in there, get our groceries. A great tip I have: if you do try and get your steps in every day, or if you have like a step goal, just park at the very end of the parking lot. Park at the very end, and walking through the store and stuff, this definitely helps. Well, I just realized my mic has been off this whole time, but that's okay. But we got, y'all seen ground beef, chicken, cream of rice, the drink, eggs, asparagus. Now we're getting some banana, which should be, there she is. Actually, no. And our last purchase of the trip where's she at? There she is. Banger. Absolute banger. I'll put this in my cream of rice. It'll be like 10 calories worth of it, and it's an absolute fucking game changer. I might have to make a little pit stop, dog. Oh my god. Pop-Tarts. Oof. Ass right here. These home style Rice Krispies, bro, so much better than the original. Boston cream. What? Nah, s'mores. S'mores will never be defeated though. S'mores, the best flavor. Alright, so for meal 2, we have 200 grams of 90-10 ground beef, 200 grams of rice, and 100 grams of asparagus. I don't use any condiments really. I feel like if you season your food well enough, you really don't need to use a shit ton of like just bad condiments. So what I usually use with every meal that I need seasoning with, garlic salt and onion powder is really all you need, as well as all my supplements that I listed earlier. So as you can see, meal 3 clapped. On the days that I have off work and have the luxury of eating whatever I want, I like getting 4 meals in before I train. So meal 1, 2, and 3, and then my pre-workout meal. So that's kind of like the schedule I like to follow. You know, one day, maybe whenever I can, you know, hopefully run my own business, or like with coaching and everything, or like social media or whatever it may be, that's kind of a structure I'd like to follow, is get as much carbs and as much fuel into the body as I can before I go train. So that's kind of the schedule I run around. So meal 3 down, supplements down, about almost 3/4 of a gallon of water down. It's 9:30, so walk number 2 of the day with the dog. Train going crazy, but yep, walk number 2 of the day. All right, so for
Meal 3, we got 200 grams of chicken breast, 200 grams of rice, and 100 grams of asparagus. These is just like meal 2, just replace the chicken, the beef with chicken. And there's no really specific reason why I do asparagus. You know, like asparagus is pretty common to use like during like a bodybuilding prep, but it's just been my favorite green to add to my meals. Adding greens to your meals helps with like digestion, gets you some good fiber and stuff like that. And it just adds volume to your meals. So if you're trying to lose weight or try to go on a cut or whatever, adding veggies to your meals not only is healthy for you, but then it also adds volume to your meals, which will keep you, more full for longer. And, you can replace a lot of bad stuff with veggies. So get this down. Just finished my first gallon. I think it's like noon. So first gallon by noon is kind of where I aim for, like a gallon of water before noon or whatever. And then I'll also take my supplements, a little bit of garlic salt with this, and should be ready to go. So I'm gonna get this eaten down, and then the next meal will be our pre-workout meal, which is I said my first meal is my favorite meal. My pre-workout meal is definitely my favorite meal. So I'll see y'all there. All right, pre-workout meal, probably the best meal of the day. It's the biggest meal I have, and it's kind of like a little sweet treat meal. So we will be doing 2 scoops of the ISOFIT from Nutrix, code MADX, MADX, if you want a little discount for this. This is the best tasting protein. I'm not trying to like plug my code or anything or plug anything like that. I've been a supplement like junkie the whole time I've been in the gym, or the past 3 years. Like I've tried all different kinds of proteins, and this is the one that's been the best tasting for me, whether it be like in a drink or like in my cream of rice, whatever it may be. But we'll be doing 2 scoops of the ISOFIT from Nutrix, 100 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of banana, and 20 grams of almond butter. And I'll show you all the finished product when I get done with it. This banana is so good. Doesn't look the best right now, but this is the consistency I try to aim for before I do the last step, and then I'll add a little bit or quite a bit of cinnamon. Kind of fold it in. Yup. And do a little more on top. Throw this spoon. There's not much banana back in here, but hold on. Not wasting none of that. Probably the most important part of this whole process with the cream of rice is throwing it in the freezer for like 5 to 10 minutes. I got this from Martin Fitzwater. I don't know if y'all know who that is, a bodybuilder, but let it cool down a little bit, because it is like, after microwaving it 95 times, super hot. So throw it in here for like 10 minutes at like 5 minutes, or it doesn't really matter, but halfway through kind of mix it up a little bit so it cools off evenly. But yeah, that's probably the most important part of the whole cream of rice process, is the freezer. All right, now I'm gonna go over my pre and intra stack that I run pretty much every day. I don't take the amped every day because I don't want my heart to explode. But for my intra workout, I do 2 grams of salt, get the blood flowing really good to the muscle you're trying to hit. 10 grams of creatine, helps rebuild muscle. It helps rebuild muscle, gain strength, all that kind of stuff. Most researched supplement literally ever. EAAs, why use EAAs and not BCAAs? EAs are these essential amino acids you need to rebuild muscle. So think of them as like the basic Lego building blocks you need to build muscle. Drinking this during your workout will kind of start the recovery process as you're working out, and instead of the recovery process with the nutrients and stuff starting when you eat your meal afterwards, you can begin the process early by drinking some EAAs during your workout. Get this from Nutrix. Same thing with this, code MADX, MADX, to save a little bit of bread. This is my pre-workout I take, is the amped high stem. Today's quads and my legs are small as hell, so take a little bit more energy for this. And then the star, probably gonna be the star of the show, is this stuff. No, I'm not pinning, I'm not taking tren, I'm not taking steroids. It's L-carnitine. L-carnitine is in red meats. It's not really, it's an amino acid, it's not a steroid. But I did start taking L-carnitine recently. My coach put me on it. I know it helps with your androgen receptor uptake, and that is the androgens like build up muscle proteins and muscle protein synthesis, bunch of science. I'm not really good at that kind of stuff, but I have noticed a drastic improvement in my performance and my energy when I work out. When I take this, I take it with my fasted cardio. So like on a normal day, I'll do fasted cardio with a Lipo 6 from Nutrix and a full one of these of L-carnitine. And I can just tell my energy is super boosted through that. And it's like a natural, good energy, like not like a crazy stem, shaky energy. So yeah, I'll be taking a little bit of this before I work out as well. But L-carnitine from Amino Asylum. You can use my coach's code Abbott, ABBOTT. You'll put it on the screen if you want a discount to try all that stuff out. But yeah, so got 2 grams pink salt, 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of EAAs, and I'll do a full scoop of the amped as well.
Show you all this. Hold up. 15 calories of this stuff goes a long ways.
All right. Final addition to the cream of rice, I do 15 calories of this 0 sugar chocolate, whatever. It's like 15 calories worth is like 45 grams. So quite a bit of chocolate. That's what she looks like. Hold up, can you see it? Oh, boom, there it goes. But just a little recap. 100 grams cream of rice, 2 scoops of isolated protein, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of pink salt, 100 grams of banana, and then to top it off, we get 20 grams of almond butter, which is the best part. But yep, this is the last addition for my pre-workout meal, or whatever. Been my pre-workout meal for cream of rice has been my pre-meal besides when I was on prep for quite a while now, and it settles good with my stomach. Tastes good. You can really make it however you like it. But yeah, I may film a little bit of the quad workout. I may not. I'm not a big fan of video on my training just because I'm too focused on like the training itself that I'm not a big fan of recording unless it's going to my coach. But I may film a little bit of that. But pre-workout meal going down, cream of rice. See that? So good. So for our final meal of the day, the post-workout meal, we have 3 eggs. Can we see that? Hold up. There we go. Got 3 eggs, 200 grams of 90-10 ground beef, as well as 1 English muffin. Pretty basic meal, but this is a really good meal. You can kind of mix up the egg yolks with the beef, which is very good. But yeah, that's all my meals for the day. Pretty basic. I eat these same 5 meals that I listed or that I showed you during this video. That's what I eat every day. No change. The only changes I do to it, if my coach ups the rice or ups the beef or whatever, that's the only changes I make. I eat this every day, and I really enjoy it because I feel like the consistency sits well with my body. Eating the same things every day, your body gets used to it better, therefore digesting it better, therefore maximizing the nutrients you put in your body. So I really am a big fan of, keeping it pretty consistent, keeping it pretty basic, because have those variables not be too, in depth, and it takes a lot of stress off your head. If you know what you're eating every day, you know it's the exact same thing every day. People may not like that, but I personally do. I feel like it's just easier. You can be able to prep the same thing every week, and if you know it's working, then you know if it ain't broke, why fix it? So, yep, that's gonna be my full day of eating. Like, comment, subscribe if you like today's video, and let me know in the comments what y'all would want to see in the next video, whether it be training, a full, a day in the life where I have work. I can show y'all what I do at work. I can video in the break room if y'all want me to, but I wouldn't really want to do that, but I can. But yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next, and I'll see y'all next time.